Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to talk about appraisal rules. In this video, I will be talking about appraisal rules. I know that you're wondering, how can I comp like a pro so I can sell the property and make a very good profit? Well, you need to know the different factors that will definitely affect how you evaluate the property you're trying to purchase. When I first started, my wife is a realtor and I relied on her to give me what is called the CMA, a comparative market analysis. I also relied on YouTube University, right? Until I decided to have Jamil Damji as my mentor. Most of you probably don't know that he's the owner and founder of Kigley, and he also has a YouTube channel. You can follow him. I definitely would follow him. I decided I needed him as my mentor, and he taught me the appraisal rules because he went to become an appraiser himself. And I also talked with other appraisers about these rules, and they said that it was spot on. You see, I created this channel for all my service members who are in the Army, the Navy, the Marines, the Air Force, the Space Force, and Coast Guard because 5 years ago, I decided I wanted to have a business of my own, to be my own boss that will give me the freedom to set my schedule, decide how much money I want to make, and spend more time with my family. That's how I found real estate investing and wholesaling, fix and flipping, and construction company, all while serving active duty in the military. For those of you who don't know who I am, my name is Chris Solaita. I'm a servant of my Lord and Savior Jesus, a husband of two, a husband of two, a husband, a father of two, and I'm currently serving active duty here at Fort Liberty, North Carolina. So before we move on to the video of why you're really here, I want to first thank you for smashing that like button and also commenting on all my videos. It really does mean a lot to me. You see, this is how I'm able to conversate with you, to see what you like and what you don't like, to see what questions you have, and I can answer them. And if I don't have the answer, I will research it, or if not, reach out to my network and provide you with a better answer. And on top of that, I'll provide you with the source. So you can go straight to the source, that who is more reliable to me, right? You see, all my content is strictly from experience, what has worked for me, and the knowledge that I have gained over the years. One thing that you will not see me do here in all my content is speak on something in real estate investing that I have not done. I will only give you what I have experienced specifically in fix and flipping houses. But as a disclaimer, this is strictly for educational purposes. The content I provide is informational and learning purposes and should not be considered as professional advice. I encourage you to do your own research or consult with experts for specific concerns. So let's get to the video of why you're really here. All right. So what I'm going to do, we're going to go into our mind node. Node. Let me switch over to my screen. Share the screen. There you go. All right. And then let me put the screen into a full view screen. And then I'm still trying to get the hang of this thing, right? I need to hire some people so they can do this for me. All right. I need to take that off so that you guys can see the bottom of the, how do I do that? Oh, there it is. Turn that off, and there you go. Let me see. Does that work? There you go. That works. Awesome. All right. So appraisal rules. Okay. So here are the appraisal rules that I've gotten so far. I've already pre-made this, so I'm just going to talk it through. All right. The first one that we're going to be talking about is do not use comps older than 3 to 6 months to get an accurate ARV, so that you can get an accurate ARV. What does that mean? So this is what it really means. Let's just say this month is February, right here, right? And you're trying to purchase a house in February to rehab. Well, in order for you to purchase a house in February, what it's saying is do not use anything that's older than 3 to 6 months. So what that means is you're going to look for properties of the same that you have that's been sold. Don't forget, that's been sold from January, December, November, right? And then you got, what's a month before? Oh, October. Then you got October. Man, it's kind of hard going backwards. September, and then August. So how many months is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 6 months. All right. So if you're trying to purchase a property in February, you're trying to look for comps that has been sold from August of last year to January of this year. Okay? Because here's the reason why. You want to look for nothing more than 3 to 6 months. Because when it's time for you to rehab the house, so you're going to spend, let's just say, an average of 3 months of rehabbing the house. So the next month, March, April, May, is when you're rehabbing the house. Wow, this is horrible handwriting, right? These are next 3 months you're rehabbing the house, and then you're trying to sell it. August, what's April, May? What's the next month? June. Okay, June is when you have the for sale sign up, right? So by June, the ARV that you got in February is only going to be worth 3 to 6 months from June. So now you're counting back from May. Was that May? Yeah, May, April, May. That's 3. I mean March. That's 3. Now February, January, December, right? So that's how far the appraisers are going to go back and look to get the comp that you're saying that you can sell your house, that you want to sell your house for in June. That's exactly what it means. All right. Okay, moving on. All right, B. If you can only find 2023 comps, adjust your ARV down by 10 to 20% off the highest comp, depending on the market that you're in. Okay, so what that means is if you're in an area that you can't find anything right now, is 2024, and you have to go in 2023, then do it. And let's just say down the road, let's just say this month is June, okay? And you're going back all the way to January, because to January, that's 6 months. And if you have to go to 2023, then go ahead. But if you do, you're going to have to take 10 to 20% off the highest comp that you found in 2023. Okay. Now remember, every market is different, and you need to know the market. And you're like, well, Chris, how do I know the market? Well, you talk to investors, talk to appraisers, talk to your realtors in your area, and see what they're seeing in the local market. Okay. All right. Then the third one is do not leave your subdivision. If you want to have an accurate comp, you do not leave your subdivision. You do not leave your subdivision. Okay. So you can stay within a half a mile in your subdivision. Okay. And appraisers will allow you to go 1 mile out. Okay. Especially if you're in the rural areas. Okay. So subdivisions. Let me pull up my map so I can show, because a lot of people are like, what is subdivision? So let me do this. Pull up my map. Let me escape from that. Pull up my map. Okay. So where are we at in here? Oh, we're in Florida in this one. All right. So this is Lake Bueno. Yeah. Oh, it's Disneyland. All right. Disney World. Okay. So I'm just going to scroll in, so that way you guys can see what I mean by subdivision. Do not leave your subdivision. Okay, let's just have this as an example. Man, I wish I can draw. Man, I can't draw on this. No, actually I can draw on this. Okay, here. Let me show you guys what I mean by do not leave by subdivision. So let's just say, let me see if this works. Yes, it does. Okay. I'm going to change the color of the pens. And then let's just say this right here, I'm marking, is your subdivision, right? And you found more houses in this upper subdivision. Okay, so that's a subdivision. This is a subdivision. Let me see what else. This is a subdivision right here. So what it really means is this. I'm going to number it 1, 2, 3, 4 subdivision. Ladies and gentlemen, do not use comps from subdivision 3 to comp subdivision 2. That's a no-no. Okay? All right. Hope you guys understand that part. Let me bring back my mind. No. Okay. So, wow. Let me clear that. So where are we at? All right. So now we're on D, which is stay within 250 plus square feet. So what does that mean? So if your subject property, let's just say is 2,000 square feet, right? That means you can only go down and use properties that are 1,750 square feet or 2,250 square feet. I hope my math is right. Yeah, it is. Okay. You cannot use anything that says 1,500 square feet or anything that says 2,500 square feet. That's an X. Do not use those. Okay. Very basic, isn't it? All right. What's the next one? Next one is compare houses that are the same type. Very easy. If a house is a ranch style house, you're going to look for a ranch style house. If a house is a 2-story house, you're going to look for a 2-story house. If it's a townhouse, then you're going to look for a townhouse. Okay. You always compare the same type. All right. Do not cross major roads. Oh, we just let me pull up the map again. Show you what I mean by this, because then there you go. All right, do you guys see this road? Do you guys see these roads? Those are major roads. This can also be considered a major road. But if this road is here and this here and it's within the same neighborhood or subdivision, then it's okay. But if you're trying to go to this neighborhood, right, you cannot do that. Okay? All right. Let me go back to my mind node. Okay, do not cross major roads. Compare houses within the same build age. All right. If you have a house that you're trying to, the house is built, your subject house is built in year 2000, you cannot compare a house that has been built and rehab in that was built in 1960. Probably wondering, like, well, Chris, why is that? Well, it's because the materials that were made back in the 1960s are totally different from the materials that are made in 2000. The technology is totally different. On top of that, right, prices have risen big time. Okay, that's the reason why. All right, H. We're moving on H. Let me see if you guys. Yep, moving on H. Make model adjustments. Okay, so here's where you can make adjustments. If you have your subject property, it's a 3-bedroom and a 2-bath, right? And you have a comparable one, but it's got a 4-bedroom and 2-bath. So what does that mean? Right here, according to this, you either minus 10,000 or 25,000 for bedrooms. Okay. Same thing with the bath, right? If it's bath, you minus or plus $10,000. If it's a garage, you minus $10,000 to $20,000. Okay. If it's a pool, it's $10,000. It's $10,000. That because you built a pool that's for like $100,000. Trust me, the appraiser is not going to give you $100,000 for that pool. Okay. Carport. If it's a carport, either plus or minus $5,000 to $10,000, depending on how big the carport is. All right. Any questions on that? I guess not. All right. But if you're watching right now, you're probably wondering, oh man, this is really getting good. If it's really getting good and you understand what I'm trying to say and teach you here, then please drop a 1. If it's not, and you're like, Chris, you're all over the place, then drop a 2. Okay. But drop more 1s than 2s. But anyways, so moving on. Last one is traffic. This is where everybody gets it wrong. Okay. Traffic. You're like, what is going on? What do you mean by traffic? Okay. So here you go. What I mean by traffic is if the house that you're trying to get is $500,000 and below, and you're citing or backing traffic, multifamily commercial, you minus $10,000. Okay. If you're fronting traffic, multifamily commercial, you minus $20,000. And this is for the major roads. So let's just say you're on the side, your neighborhood is on the side, or your house, let's just say your house, this is your house, right? And you got this is your house, this is the front of your house, okay? And let's just say this is the side of your house. Well, if this is the front of your house and you're citing a four-way traffic, okay? If it's in the front of your house, what does it say? Fronting traffic, multifamily, next to a multifamily or commercial, you minus 20K. If you're citing the house right here, this you minus 20K. If you're citing the house, you minus 10K. Maybe I should use a different pen. So yeah, I'm gonna use a different color. Let me use that. There you go. Okay. So hopefully that you understand that one. $500,000. So that is for 500,000 and below. Okay. We'll clear that. Now the last one we're going to talk about is 500,000 and above. Same thing. Okay. But this time, if it's above, you're not using dollar signs, you're using percentage. Okay. If you're citing or backing traffic or multifamily commercial, you minus 10%. If you're fronting traffic, then you minus 20%. Very easy math. Okay. So with that being said, that, ladies and gentlemen, is the appraisal rules. Okay. You can rewind this video, go all the way back, and then, take a screenshot or write it down and keep it in your head and memorize it while you're comping. I really do hope that gives you guys a better picture of what the appraisal rules is. If you start using these appraisal rules right next to you, have it on a piece of sheet of paper while you're practicing your comp and comping houses, it'll really, really help you out, because it helped me out, especially when I'm comping houses that are like in Orlando or in different areas that I'm not physically there, right? So in our next videos, in my next video, we're actually going to, I forgot to tell you at the beginning that this is going to be a two-part series. Part one is appraisal rules. Part two of it is we're going to actually go into, show you guys, and I'm going to go through and probably use Zillow or Privy or one of those other softwares that I use, that we can actually do comping. And I'm going to do comping live with you guys. Okay. So I really do hope that this is really helpful for you guys and blesses you guys in many, many ways, as far as understanding how to comp your houses. And I really do hope that this knowledge that was passed down to me from my mentor, Jamil Damji, that I hope that as I'm passing it on to you, that you can take it and use it. And then if you know anyone else that also needs to use this, it can increase their knowledge, go ahead and share this video with them, so that they may not even know who Jamil Damji is. They may not even know who I am, right? So go ahead and share this video, and hopefully my hope is that it does blesses them abundantly in their journey to become a fix and flip investor. Okay. So if you're, let me put this back up again, because I need to say this. There it is. I'm going to put this back up. Look, if you need, I do a lot of live calls on once a week in my mentorship group that is free, and it's called Government Issue Flippers. The link to it is in the description below. If you want to do to come in and learn more about these type of subjects about fix and flipping, then go ahead and join my free VIP mentorship, Government Issue Flippers. The link is in the description. The link will also be in the comment. But yes, if you know that you have friends in the service that are also thinking about fix and flipping or creating some type of business in real estate, specifically in fix and flipping, then send them this video, like my channel, go ahead and click that subscribe button, comment in here what you think about this video, right? And or if not, comment in here of what places that you want me to do for the next video. Okay, if it's Austin, Texas, if it's California, no, don't do California. Um, it's very expensive in California. You can do California. California is not hard. But yeah, if you have a specific area that you want me to comp, go ahead and comment in there the place that you want, the city and the state. Okay, not just the city, because if you say Fayetteville, it could be Arkansas, Fayetteville. It could be, there's a lot of Fayettevilles in this country, but be specific with the city and then the state, and then yeah, I'll look it up and then I'll prepare those comping um, cities and state in our next video. But don't forget, if you want to join my free VIP group where you learn more of this and we have training once a week, please join us by clicking on that link in the description, Government Issue Flippers, and then also post it in the comments. Other than that, see you in the next video. Stay blessed. Buy the best. Peace.